All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Tuesday night movie chat. Joining us, we have Nick from Disney Mertz, of Disney Mertz, I should say. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, real quick?
Sure. So I have been a channel for about a little over a year now. I basically do Disney stuff, and when I do Disney stuff, it's mainly like swaps, Bippity unboxings, a lot of Jim Shores, some Funkos. I host some lives, and some pins. Period.
Awesome. You host some awesome lives. I posted his link, and I will periodically post throughout the night so that you guys can go check him out if you want to. And I'd like to say hi to everybody coming into chat.
Hi guys, hi Joelle.
We got Ajana Claire, Sandy, Broadway Disney fan. I want to say, isn't that David?
Yes.
Emily Rose, Carolyn, and Tiffany, and of course Sandy is here. So if I missed everybody, let me know. So why don't we just jump right in to the 2019 live action Aladdin. And I want to start with the villain. Everybody knows the villain is Jafar. So why don't we start with Nick? How do you feel about Jafar?
Well, we're discussing 2019, but when I discuss 2019, I have to also discuss the animated, I guess. Animated, I'm not down with Jafar. I think he's creepy. I think he's weird. Not really. Hey, Cooper. I think he's creepy. I think he's weird. Not really into his whole vibe with like anything in life. However, in the live action, he's super attractive, which for some reason makes me like him more, I guess. And when he at the very he was attractive throughout, so like for some reason I was forgiving of his antics. And at the very end, when he turned into like the big genie and was all like ripped and muscular, and I was like, yes, ma'am. So like I'm not down for the animated, but I'm super into the live action Jafar. That's how I feel.
What about you, Rachel?
I liked Jafar's look, but I didn't like his personality. But I thought he was a cool villain. He's not the meanest, but he's cool.
Okay, I felt he was. I have to agree with you. It's hard to answer this question without describing them from both films. I felt like Jafar was way more sinister in the live action. More like it was more appealing to have the live action Jafar than it was the cartoon or animated one, because I felt like they couldn't show as much emotion in the animated as they could with the actual facial features of a live action actor. And plus, yes, on all the same points as Nick, Jafar was just way better across the board in the live action.
I agree on
that. Okay. Let's start with you, Rachel. Heroine of the movie.
For me, it was the Genie and Aladdin. I feel like they had the same personality, and I feel like if the Genie wasn't there, Aladdin couldn't do anything by himself.
Okay.
But I thought the Genie and Aladdin.
Okay, Nick.
I am an Aladdin stan. He's my favorite prince, so I go hard for him. I say he's the hero, hands down, in the sense that like right from the jump, whenever like he finally got food that he needed, he immediately gave it to like the kids, you know, that were like so
Yes.
hungry. And then when the first prince came by to kind of try to like woo over Jasmine and try to like hurt the kids, he rescued and put himself in the line of the kids. And then throughout the movie, like he risked his life for Jasmine. Um, he risked his life. I mean, he basically like saved the Sultan from Jafar and the whole like hypnotizing scenario. And then in the end, he risked his life for basically everyone. So I say Aladdin, and then like I mean, even just the hero mentality of like giving up a wish for the genie kind of thing. Everything about him, whether he's thinking about other people before himself, helping the hunger, freeing people, saving lives. He was just like the mecca of heroes to me.
Yes, especially since he didn't have anything himself. Like, but he was still giving to like the kids and stuff. Carolyn, I'm sorry, this is hilarious. She says she feels like the animated version of Jafar needs to eat. Um, hi Tiff, hi Selena, welcome in.
I agree, Cooper.
Yeah, okay, Jasmine was into him when he was that street rat, but I mean, it's debatable as to who the hero is to certain people. I could say I agree with Nick. If you look at it in certain ways, he's the hero to that little kid and basically a stand up that you can do anything and you can help anybody. But I also personally look at it as, would he have gotten that far without the genie? And then also for this movie, I feel as if Jasmine was more of a heroine to her own story this time around than she was in the animated, because it's not showing some dull. It shows her to have more brains than the animated version shows her to have had, so that she's making more decisions on her own in the live action. Okay. Oh, why did that drop? Okay. Let's go on to favorite scene and least favorite scene. Who wants to start? Okay, I'll start. My favorite scene was when Jasmine. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot, you guys. I'm sorry. The third part of the Speechless song in the movie itself, after she does that, she looks at Hakeem. When she looks at Hakeem and like basically, what is loyalty to you? Is it the people you've been loyal to for this long, like my father, myself, all that, or are you going to automatically be loyal to him because he says he's Sultan? That's my favorite scene. What about you, Rachel?
My favorite scene is when he goes in the Cave of Wonders and he starts dancing and everything, and he makes his first wish, and then he didn't realize that was his first wish in the cave. I really liked that. I love that whole cave scene where the genie comes out of the bottle. I love that.
Okay. Nick?
My favorite scene is whenever Aladdin's on the carpet and he comes up to get with Faye, Jasmine, and they're about to go on their like little magical carpet ride, and then he like puts the hand out and he like looks at her and he reiterates the like, "Do you trust me?" And then you can see in Jasmine's face like that's that little click that Jasmine has where she says, "Yes, I do," and she realizes who it is, and then she just gives her all to him and completely puts all her trust in. That little moment where Jasmine realizes by the "Do you trust me" moment gives me chills every time. and that's by far my favorite scene. So.
I will say one thing about that. I like how they kept that scene from the animated in the live action because that is one of the best scenes. It's not my favorite, but it is one of the best scenes in both movies.
Yes.
Carolyn says she likes how you see more of Aladdin's selflessness in live action, and she doesn't like the scene where Jasmine has her own song because she thinks it takes you out of the story.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt, like I said, I felt they made Jasmine a lot better this time around. All right. Least favorite scene, Rachel?
I really didn't like any scene with Jafar, but especially at the end when he like Nick was saying when he turns into the genie at the end. I didn't like any scene like the poisoning of the family. I didn't like any of that at all.
Okay. Nick?
My least favorite was in the live action, and it was whenever Iago turns into this massive, like, prehistoric pterodactyl, Game of Thrones, dragon, creepy ass bird, and starts bulldozing through like everything. That was a little much, a little creepy. Don't like that, and I thought that whole Iago, I didn't like that. That was gross.
No.
It was creepy.
That was like,
I don't like birds as is. That was like a big old bird. I was like,
yeah,
no.
I like little birds, but you take and do that and it's no.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like. Anybody else hear me echo?
No.
I can a little bit.
The jams scene. After they do the Prince Ali and they go in and they meet everyone, that jam scene just seemed unnecessary to me. I was like, what is the point of this? Like, to be very, very honest with you.
I thought it was cute. It was like charming. It was like letting people know, like, because it was one of those things. It brings out like the charming in him because the other guy's like trying so hard. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Aladdin's like, I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what to say. We got a clock. I got a like jams or something. Like you got bread. Like I thought that kind of made it quirky and charming for him.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I think it went a little too far, I guess. Like, it went on for too long. And I guess I was just confused by it. Okay.
I also agree with Sandy's answer. Or Birdwell's answer.
Jafar had Jasmine marry him. Yeah. Now, we ranked our top 3 favorite songs. And so, what is your number 3 song, Rachel?
A whole new world.
Okay, Nick?
Mine is, what's it called? It's the jump one. The one
jump ahead.
One jump ahead. I like the Aladdin starting off. And I like how the actor in the live action actually sang that one. So, one jump ahead for the live action is my number 3.
With that, I did like that you could actually understand the words better in this version of the movie. Like, I don't know why. To me, I could barely understand them like my entire life in the original animated version, but I could understand the words in this one. My number 3 is also A Whole New World. Number 2, Rachel.
One jump ahead.
One jump ahead. Nick?
My number 2 is Speechless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, surprise.
I was not expecting that. My number 2 is Friend Like Me. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate on that because of all the controversy between the Aladdin or the Genies, but it's always been one of my favorite songs. And your number 1 song, Rachel?
Never had a friend like me.
Okay.
My number 1 is A Whole New World. However, it is not the one in the animated during the movie, and it is not the one during the movie of the live action. My favorite Whole New World is in the credits of the animated.
Okay, I can
see different versions, and if you listen to the one in the credits of the original, I love it. It's like more soulful. I like it. I just love the whole vibe. I think when it comes to the movie, they're trying to kind of cater to the characters and how they would sound. But the one at the end of the animated, it has this whole like soulful kind of Luther Vandross kind of vibe to it, and I'm obsessed with it. So that's my number 1.
Okay. Before I get to my number 1, Tiffany says hers are Friend Like Me, Speechless, and The Whole New World. And it looks like Cooper's Corner is agreeing with you, Nick, and Victoria is agreeing with you. My number 1 is Speechless.
Oh,
and that is because, like I've said, I feel like the song itself feels like a very empowering song, like it's supposed to be. And I feel like any young girl, young woman can listen to that and hope, kind of be inspired to be the best that she can be and to stop being, or not to be like, I'll do what I'm told kind of thing. So that's why that's my favorite song. And now I wrote down my answers too, so that's why this is so long. So I wouldn't forget them. I was that bored today. Sandy says A Whole New World is her first 1, Speechless is 2, and One Jump Ahead is 3. Those aren't bad. I noticed though that I think it's funny, like Arabian Nights and Prince Ali didn't even make anybody's top 3.
Tiffany is putting in a fact about the actress of Jasmine, by the way. I just thought I'd tell you guys that.
Okay. Rachel, do you want to start with your first question?
If you could make 3 wishes, would you? And what would they be?
Oh my god, the questions, I didn't do that part. Oh my god.
I'm sure you can come up with them on the fly.
I guess I was thinking it, then I was just like, I didn't know we were doing the question. Okay.
Oh, and my answers to my questions are Disney, and to meet like YouTubers are basically my answers.
Okay. So what would everybody in chat, don't forget to answer as well. Oh my god. Okay, Tiffany's fact. Sorry. Did you know Jasmine is from the Disney Channel movie Lemonade Mouth? She played Mo.
Yeah, she's also a Power Ranger.
Which Power Ranger?
I didn't know either of those facts, but I love Lemonade Mouth. That is probably one of my favorite Disney Channel movies. Wow, I did not know that. Thank you, Tiffany.
Nick said she's also a Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what would your 3 wishes be?
Dear God. Yeah, Pink Ranger. God. Okay, I gotta think fast. Number 1 would be to spend a day with my grandma who passed. Number 2 would be for cancer to not exist. Number 3 would be to die before my husband.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. Nick's gonna make me tear up because those are just beautiful answers.
I was on the spot. I didn't know what else to do. If I had more time, it'd probably be stupid. I'd be like, all the nachos in the world. But I did it. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay. That is actually a really good yet hard question.
I'm sorry, guys.
I think my first wish would be
Cooper.
to find a cure for all heart disease. And that's I know that sounds like it's not selfish, but it also is selfish because I am a heart patient. And it just heart disease any type, it's horrible. Second one, I kind of have to agree with Nick. I would wish to spend a day with just one day with my grandmother who has passed. I miss her so much. She was like the glue in my family. And I think the third one would be to just not have to worry about being able to take care of my mom and myself and my family.
Good ones.
Yeah.
I really like Nick's cancer one.
Yeah, those are things I'm always like worried about, and it would be nice not to have to worry about them because I love my family so much. So, yeah. All right, my first question.
Wait, doesn't she have to answer it?
She did, didn't you?
Did you not hear me? I said, go to Disney. I said, meet my friends and meet my YouTuber friends. Oh, I should say meet Jesse.
It all went together in one swoop. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And Jesse, yes, you are on that list.
Well, YouTuber friends, I should hope so.
You mean partners in crime?
Yes, there we go. All right. My first question is actually the first thing when I thought Aladdin 2019 came into my mind. When Aladdin steals Jasmine's bracelet, what was your first thought?
He's a dick. I'm just kidding.
I thought that was rude of him. You should never steal the bracelet.
I want to hear Nick's real answer.
When he stole the bracelet, I guess I didn't think anything about it because I watched the animated, so I knew what he was doing and why he was doing it, and then it would come back to her. So I knew the end result of it, so I didn't think anything bad of it, I guess.
You stole her bracelet in the animated movie?
No, it was something else. It was the whole scene itself was basically doing they were thieving in general. So whether it was stealing from her or someone else, they are thieves. That's what they were doing. That's what they were showing. So I don't really think it was about who she was as a person. It was just showing and reflecting these are thieves. But in the end, I knew that the way he ended up rescuing her and what he was going to do and all that, I knew in the end it was going to all work out and she would end up getting it back and he was going to end up saving her and helping her and getting her out of there. So I guess the end result didn't make me trip off of what had happened. It was just showcasing, here's a thief and here's an example of him being a thief.
Yeah, I guess it had been a while since I watched the animated when I saw this. But I was like, well, that didn't happen in the animated one. And then I'm like, well, I guess they're trying to build something from this, which they were.
A relationship between them two.
Yeah,
And,
like I wasn't sure
and
about it at first.
they were trying to introduce her mom because her mom's not in the first one.
Yeah.
And it's her mom.
Yeah, and it's how important it is to her. All right. So do you have any question you can think of off the top of your head to ask?
Fine. God. Let's see. My question is, what if you had to pick between Iago, Raja, and Abu? What is your favorite sidekick?
Ooh, that one is easy for me. Raja.
I agree.
I agree. Thanks. Next question.
All right, my second question. How do you feel about Jasmine being the stronger female in this than she was in the animated?
I liked it.
Like not like a stronger female than she was in the animated, I should say.
Well, okay. So Selena would say Iago, that villain over there.
Right?
So I'm indifferent. I love Jasmine, period, done. So I don't think anything bad of her in the first one or the second at all. I think in the first one, animated back then, there's a reason why there was like a disclaimer in the beginning. Because it
Yeah,
was
now.
ignorant when it came to culture, right? It was like
Right.
culturally like inappropriate, okay? But back then, it's like I don't think that she was like dumb or anything. I think that it was like she was just a princess. She was viewed as like if you were like a Middle Eastern princess, this is what you would do. This is what we would expect. Blah blah blah. And she did stand her own. Like you saw her running around and jumping and getting out of there just like Aladdin was. He was kicking just as much butt. Right. The main difference between is that I liked in this one is in the animated one, she was using her sex appeal to distract Jafar and bad things from happening and wooing him in and bringing him in. And it was all about like, I'm going to use my sex appeal to get what I want and distract you. This next one was different. And plus she was spending to be a princess for the prince. This one was different. It was very feminist. So when Jafar kept saying, shut up, you don't talk, shut up, you don't talk, when it came to the speechless moment, this was a big feminist moment. Plus, it was like I think they gave her own scene for a reason because they were like, we're not going to have you see the Jasmine who just uses her looks to fend back. We're going to see a powerful woman who's going to turn around, stand up for herself, and say, I will not be silenced. You are not going to shut me up. This is not how you treat women. And I'm going to come busting in this door, singing my own damn song to the point where it's so impactful, all of you vanish. And then whenever I get in front of you, I'm going to school you and tell you, as a leader would be, whether I'm a female or a male, I'm going to talk to you like a leader would, to the point where her dad, the Sultan, is in tears because he then realizes this person, whether you're a daughter or not, you don't even need to be a princess. You will be the next Sultan because you can do whatever you want. You're not just made to be a princess. So I like that contrast, how it went from the sex appeal vibe to the screw the sex. I don't want to marry you. I'm not even going to try to marry you. You're ugly. I can run this whole thing. I don't got to be a princess. I'll be a sultan. That's my.
All right. That's a really good answer. Rachel?
I said I liked it better, like how she was super powerful in this one to me than she was less powerful in the animated version. I love what the villain's princess says, Nick.
Yes, completely agreeing with you. And on the topic, of course she would choose Iago. Iago is like the villain of the three that you said. Okay.
I love it.
All right. One of the things. Oh, Rachel, your second question. I forgot.
Okay, I don't know if you said I could ask this or not, but did anyone notice when they're looking at the map that it was of Magic Kingdom Did anyone notice that of Fantasyland?
I feel like, yeah, I did.
Okay. And the sandcastle.
And
Did anyone notice that the sandcastle was supposed to be Disney World?
Yeah.
The opening scene? I thought that was cool. It's like one of those hidden Mickeys.
Alrighty. Now I'm going to have to go back and pause the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I won't make you come up with another question on the fly, Nick.
I can do this.
All right, fine.
I want to see it.
Okay. So my next
Connor or Cooper
is my next question is if I'm so stretching right now. I'm like stalling. If you could trade Jasmine out with any other princess, what princess would you pick to be in the movie that Aladdin's fighting for?
Oh wow. Holy crap.
I have an idea what Jesse would say, but I'm not going to say.
I would not actually say Ariel for this.
Okay.
So no. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Cooper, are you saying you're a princess then?
I would honestly maybe Cinderella. Because she's the only one that I could really see being in that role. Because Sleeping Beauty is just too quiet.
So she's sleeping. Or is she supposed to be talking?
Yeah. Well, even when she's not, even before she pricks her finger.
Mm-hmm.
And then the others, like Rapunzel, Tiana, and Belle, they're way too outspoken to be in that role. And Ariel's just too defiant, so I would definitely have to say Cinderella.
I like that answer. Okay, so first of all, I have to ask Nick. Nick, does Raya count as a princess?
Yes.
Or no? Okay, then I choose Raya. I feel like she would go perfectly. Either that or Elena of Avalon. Avamore,
Yeah, but like Raya's a lesbian, so.
What?
Raya's a lesbian.
Okay, so who cares?
They'll just be buddies.
Yeah, they can be buddies. And if not, it can be Cooper in the chat is the princess.
I say Rapunzel because when I think of Rapunzel, Rapunzel's kind of a baddie. Like, she's like fighting things off and out there with no shoes on. I mean, she was like in a tower in rags, like her whole life. You know what I'm saying? Aladdin was like without her parents. Aladdin was in rags and fending for himself with no parents. And they both, when they got on the world, they were awesome. They're jumping around, fighting this off, dodging this person, dodging this person. I could see them like relating in the fact that they don't have parents and they come from bad scenarios, but they both have this very optimistic, like, we can do it, we can move forward. And I think together they would find that common interest. And I feel like with, Flynn, it was more like smolder, sarcastic, kind of whatever. But Aladdin, I feel like her and them would have more in common and they would click faster. And so I would say Rapunzel.
Okay.
Love it.
I think
Carolyn
way too hard about my answers.
Jane from Tarzan.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
The village princess says Tiana. She set that up above.
Okay, yeah, because my computer.
So.
blocked out on that one.
Yeah, Tiana could put bayonets
Yep.
for Aladdin.
Yeah, he wouldn't go hungry, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my third question, like I said earlier, I had trouble like writing questions that don't compare the movies. So, how did you feel about Genie being more prominent in the like movie? Not, I know he was prominent in the animated, but more prominent where he interacted with everybody in the first movie, in the live action, like he did in the later movies for Aladdin, but not in the very first animated one.
I
And like
loved it.
how he formed a relationship with Dahlia.
I loved how he was like more interactive with talking with everyone and everyone in the movie.
Yeah, I'm a Will Smith stan, so I don't really care what it is. I don't care if it's £7. I don't care if it's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't care if it's Gemini. I don't care if it's Aladdin. I just love Aladdin, or not Aladdin. I love Will Smith in basically everything. And I liked that he was. It wasn't like he was trying to. It wasn't like he was trying to compare himself to Robin Williams. Robin Williams did what Robin Williams does, and Will Smith did what Will Smith does. So I think
Yes.
that was less threatening because it wasn't like he was trying to be like, "Oh, well, I'm the new this. I'm gonna do." No, he did his own completely different spin, and it was like, I don't know. I just thought it was super progressive and super impressive. But I like the fact that he was more prominent in it, as in the fact that it showed him in the beginning, and then it showed him interacting with Dahlia, and then it showed him like teaching them to dance and stuff, and more of the humor. And then it even ended, like I cried like crazy last night watching, him get free. But like, I like that it did that. But I think it's the fact that like the Robin Williams Genie was such like an iconic moment that the only way to like bring it back up in like a non-threatening way is to kind of make it more about him. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of gave you more of it. If they would have just showed, this is Robin Williams' version, this is Will Smith's version, it would have been like, compare. But they brought the Genie in a whole different way to where it was even more so not a comparison. So I like that.
Sorry, Jesse's reading that there'll be another Aladdin 2, by the way, Nick.
What?
Yeah, Tiffany just messaged me and said that there is an Aladdin 2 in the works.
Really?
Yeah.
I will be.
And that its release could fall somewhere between 2023 and 2026.
I will be so into it because that means that Aladdin's dad is going to be involved, and Aladdin's dad is real hot.
Yeah. At least he better be involved.
He has to.
Yeah. Like, for real.
Nick, this is not one of my questions, but who do you think will play Aladdin's dad?
Ooh.
God.
It's not one of my questions, guys. Sorry.
I don't.
And Jesse, you can answer.
I love that they bring. I'm all for people of color. So I'm down to have a POC like Aladdin that you don't really know much about, and then when you finally meet him, you're like, oh my god, you're amazing. I love the fact that that was his way of being like really introduced. So I would love if they did that same concept for his dad. I wouldn't like it if they did like, oh, George Clooney, like let's like whitewash it. No, like I want them to bring like a new who the heck are you POC and have them slay the game just like Aladdin did.
Yeah.
So someone I don't know is my answer.
I completely agree with you because with a lot of the movies lately, and I'm not mad about it because I don't like when they whitewash characters that should be a POC. So if they bring in someone, even if it's an actor from like Bollywood, they bring in somebody that fits the part, like an unknown, I don't care. just as long as they give you that wow factor. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
They got to be able to give you that wow factor and be that character.
Yeah.
So, all right. My last question, because I forgot to write down 5. We all know this was a different part of the movie, but what was your reaction to Jasmine not Jasmine? Oh my goodness, Jafar wanting to attack Jasmine's mother's home country and
I
ruin that alliance?
I thought it was rude, and I did not like that at all. Why would you attack someone's home country?
Especially
It's
one
my
that you're
question
aligned
in the
with.
first place.
Like, I wasn't sure what he wanted to achieve other than war. What about you, Nick?
I didn't think too much about it. I mean, obviously, I knew, like I said, when you watch the first one, you kind of know. To me, every time, like when it came to the bracelet, or when it came to the comments about like attacking, war, etc., to me, it was just their kind of way of bringing the mom into it. So I didn't really think anything about it because I know everyone's thinking, "Where's the mom? What happened to the mom? Why is the mom not around? Why is her dad white?" Like, I mean, hello, like it's these questions everybody has. So to me, I didn't think anything about it because it's just a way of kind of giving reasonings of this is what's going on, this is how she's involved, this is what she means, this is where she lived. So I just thought of it as like an introduction, I guess. So I didn't think anything of it. But
Okay.
also rude. Agree, Caroline. Like,
Yes.
why is he white?
Right?
I mean, not in the movies, in the live action so much, but in the real one, I'm like, what? At what point is this short, little, chubby man, Caucasian beyond, with all white hair features, super pasty, like the daughter is America's Next Top Model, Middle Eastern princess. Like, hello, can we get like a picture of the mom or something, like on the wall or something? I don't know. I
Yes.
thought that was kind of
Like, you'd think there'd be like a portrait or something at least.
yeah.
I love Carolyn's idea of there should be a backstory on how Jasmine's parents met.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was an Ariel.
Yes, finally. And I am not ashamed to say that when that one came out in 2007 or 8, whatever it was, I didn't know it was coming out, but when I walked into Walmart and seen it on payday, I picked it up and took it straight to the register.
Mm.
So I'm not ashamed to say that one. But I think having backstories, like backstory to Aladdin's mom and how mom and dad met, would be good. Because they give you, like they gave you in Maleficent, they give you that backstory of between Maleficent and her parents, and Sleeping Beauty's parents.
Well, didn't like Walt have a thing with moms?
Yes,
That's probably why.
that's why you see all fathers or no parents or
Right.
step parents.
So that's probably why.
Well, except for Tiana.
Yeah, but that was later after.
Yeah.
Like way later.
Yeah. Although with the new stuff like Raya, she doesn't have a mom. So.
Her dad.
But yeah. So, and then they gave you a backstory for Belle with Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So.
Again.
I mean, I'd love a parent backstory for Aladdin and Jasmine.
Yeah, it's just a lot of dads.
Yep. Okay, Rachel, Do you have another question?
Yes. And you know how I like to ask the ride questions for the parks?
Yes.
We've never been there. So they already have an Aladdin ride. But do you guys think, because Jesse, if you don't know, all it is, it's carpets that go in a circle and the camel
Yeah, I've
spits at
seen it.
you.
I've seen it.
Do you think that they should update it to the live action Aladdin? Something like add a genie's lamp to ride in, or not a carpet. You know what I mean? Or add something with Jafar. I'm surprised everything that I've seen from the ride, there's no Jafar, there's no Iago. I don't know why.
I think what they should do is make a villains ride.
Yes. Sorry.
Because you see, like with the Aladdin ride, the magic carpet, but I think an actual villains ride would not only make a lot of people happy, but it would be really cool to go through this ride. It could be roller coaster, it could be a thrill ride, it could be, just a like the Winnie the Pooh ride or something like that, and like have scenes in making all the villains interact or something.
Nick, how do you feel about that? Villains ride?
No. So I think I immediately thought of something, and I have to be honest with what popped in my head.
Okay.
So I obviously just went to sorry, my allergies. I'm clearing my throat like crazy. I just went to obviously Walt Disney World, and when I was in Walt Disney World, they had the Flight of Passage ride. So what if they did a ride like Flight of Passage vibes, but instead you're like on the carpet flying through the Cave of Wonders, trying to get out and escaping like the flames and the rocks and going through the jewels and the lava, and it's just like 4D kind of crazy Cave of Wonders, and then you get outside of it, you can go through like the sand dunes and whatever, fly over what. So I like feel like a 4D carpet starting off in the Cave of Wonders, hope you don't die kind of moment would be like really cute.
And would it have
I love
smell-o-vision like Soarin', is my question for you.
What's that?
Would it have smell-o-vision like Soarin'?
Yeah, I have the candle behind me. But I feel like if they were to do, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if it were to like do a smell, I would want them to 4D. So like fire. Like if you're in, think about being in it and then maybe some air kind of poofing around you and then maybe the smell of like some charcoal or some fire to where you feel like, oh my God, like I'm literally about to get burnt up in here. And then when you go through like the sand and stuff, you could have that kind of sand masculine kind of smell, kind of vibe, incense or something. So I feel like that would be a moment.
Yes.
Broadway Disney fan, I agree. I 100% agree.
So.
Yes, they do. And Selena says, "Oh my God, Nick! Like the animated one made us feel when it came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How they yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I am 100% down for that.
Theme Park Lifestyle said that they should put it in Epcot, and personally, not Magic Kingdom. How do you feel about that, Nick? Where would you put it?
I feel like Epcot, yeah, because imagine if you put it like around, because it's Epcot's known for like food and stuff. Like you have like the Mexico Pavilion. Put it around a pavilion that when you get up out of there, go eat some Aladdin style food. Boom. Like get the whole vibe. Have a whole moment. Like ride, food. Alex will be there real quick. But do like the ride, do like the food, do like the cocktails. Just like make a moment out of it. I feel like
Yes,
kind of like Norway, Frozen kind of vibe, but like yeah.
yes. I think that would be so awesome.
Start drawing up the plans. That's all I say, Nick.
Okay, my final question that I have is basically the big question. Which do you prefer? The animated or the live action?
I love the live action. Not a fan of animation movies. Sorry, guys. But I love The Little Mermaid, Jesse.
Saying that just to make me happy.
Nope. Oh, hi, Disney Ginger.
Hi. So what about you, Nick? Which one do you prefer? Or do they each have their pros and cons?
They both have their pros and cons. I can't say anything bad about Aladdin to the point where, like, if someone does, I'm, like, fighting mode. But, like, if I had to, like, hardcore pick, I would say live action because I got to see Aladdin look like Aladdin, and he's real hot. Jafar was, like, super hot as well. I stan Will Smith all day, every day, so that was, like, life. I love that Jasmine turned in from a princess to, like, a hardcore, stand for nothing, I'm gonna be the sultan of this piece feminist. And I like the way they did the music. They were true to the musicality without going way too, like, off Billie Eilish of it kind of vibe. So all in all, I feel like with all those things kind of in there, I would say live action. However, I have nothing. I don't really have anything bad to say. It's just like there's more pros than cons for the live action. But I love the animated so much.
Okay. I'm gonna say the live action is higher up for the animated. Like, if you squeezed all three animated together, I think, or just cut out Return of Jafar altogether and put 1 and 3 together, I'd be fine with it. But the biggest thing I liked about the live action, which I forgot to mention, is at the very end of the live action, there's no waiting for the wedding. They don't have to wait for it. There's the wedding, and Genie got a happy ending too by marrying Dahlia. So those are some of the reasons. Like, in all, I was happy as well that they stuck to the musical theme of it, because I was unhappy with other movies that did not do that or did it in a way that just didn't make it work. And I liked how the characters seemed. I like how it was made the characters not seem like they were just all these itty bitty, like, teeny tiny people that were basically stick people. Like, for the main characters, they actually looked like real people to me. I know that sounds weird, but I hate when all the characters in something are depicted as basically nothing. They don't seem real to me because I know that's not real. I liked how they made it look like how they were portrayed as actual people. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, I don't think there's like, I mean, just like David said, just like Alex said, I don't think there's anything, I don't think that, to me, there's no, like, it's hard to even pick, but I hate people who say, I don't know. But, like, it's hard to, like, to me, it's hard to pick because there's so, I think I'm, like I said, I'm, like, nitpicking, but I think I like the live action more because I am an OG Aladdin fan. So to have your favorite movie of, like, all time, like, seem real, like, you can touch it, like, it's a real life thing, is, like, so exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why I have to go live action, because of that reason. But any reason for animated, I'm all for it, and I completely agree with all of it.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with the animated, too. I do like that version. I mean, it's the OG version of it, but it's just that for some reason that one thing just pulls me to like the live action more.
I like how Selena said in the live one, Iago didn't speak. That was my favorite part of Iago, because I do not like the voice of Iago in the animated. It drove me insane. So when he wasn't able to talk, I was like, thank you. Shut up.
Right.
Please.
So
Even
I
though
actually
he turned
looked up. Keep joining, Jesse.
Even though he turned into that big giant thing that looked prehistoric, that was the only con for Iago.
Mhm.
Two things. When this animated live action came out, I wasn't even born. Second, I looked up who played Iago, and it was the same dude that played Hey Hey from Moana. Alan Tedwick did
Alrighty.
the voice of Iago, which I thought was interesting. Villain's
Hey Hey
princess
has a voice.
crying.
Alrighty. Oh, sorry, Selena.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Selena.
I stand by everything. I think you're amazing. I love your personality, and I appreciate our friendship. But I stand by everything I said. Thank you.
Yes. The first
Oh,
pin
see,
I traded with her for a cat pin, I traded her an Iago pin. Like, I showed her the pins I had, and she straight up, no hesitation, said she wanted the Iago pin.
Gilfred Godfrey, yes. I cannot. There's two voices I cannot handle. Gilfred Godfrey, who was in the animated voice, and I can't do Joan Cusack, which is why I don't like Jessie from Toy Story. So
Oh, I just don't like Toy Story.
those voices are like so like, ooh, they like pick at me every time he talks. I'm just like, oh my god, stop talking! Oh my god, stop! So you're so pretty, but no,
Right?
no,
and
man.
Jesse, I have to bring up Little Mermaid vibes when the bad guy Jafar pushes Aladdin into the water, that instantly gave me Little Mermaid vibes. When the genie hops in the water and rescues him, I feel like that's what they did in Little Mermaid.
What?
Sort of, kind of.
What are you talking about?
When Genie
When Genie
has
jumped in the
to
water to
rescue
save
Aladdin.
what happened? Oh, when she jumped in to save Eric, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Does
got
that
it.
remind you of that, Nick?
There
No.
he is.
I like
My
both
favorite part.
scenes. I guess
My
it was
favorite
because
part of the
it was because
animated
of how they went
Aladdin.
in the water.
My favorite part of the animated Aladdin is when he's singing. I believe it's "Friend Like Me" or whatever. And he pulls his hand out of the cookbook and a crab's attached to it. It's Sebastian. That's one of my favorite parts about the animated movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's Sebastian.
Oh.
I guess we better go back and watch it, Nick, and watch that scene.
I was up all night watching both of them.
And Jesse, you have to go back and watch the map scene in the sandcastle.
Yes. Okay. So, Rachel, why don't you tell us what you've got coming up on your channel?
I don't even know. I probably have another video coming out. But really nothing right now. I don't know. I might go live soon. But I might have another concert video coming out soon. And a short of a squirrel playing on the tree.
Oh. Love that.
That is
Yes.
right, theme park lifestyle.
Oh, I didn't know that. Am I gonna have to go back and watch a Goofy movie again? We just did
Okay,
that movie.
Melik. If you can, Melik, name like 2 characters in the OG Aladdin that are Easter eggs.
Goofy.
Other than Sebastian.
Goofy.
When does he come in?
Whenever the
Who?
genie is like transforming into different things, one of the things he transforms into is like a going on a vacation, like in a Hawaiian shirt, and he puts on a Goofy hat.
Yes.
What up? Didn't think I know that, did you?
There is. I'm trying not to say it. I'm waiting for him to share a couple. I can think of at least one other off the top of my head. Okay, well, we're waiting on that. Nick, why don't you tell us what you've got coming up on your channel?
I would love to. I have nothing. So, I am in the middle of a hiatus. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, eventually I'll have stuff. I just think as of right now, I need to like take a break and like focus on like just normal life stuff. So I'll
Yeah.
end up coming back. I don't know when, but I will end up coming back. I'm just not sure when. Like I got magic mail sitting right in the other room. I just don't even want to open it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know.
I'm excited to see when you come back, though. I'll tell you
Yes.
that. I watch every one of your videos, and I love them.
Thanks. Yeah, so the only thing in my head that I have right now lined up is the Gym Shore Jubilee that I host at the end of August.
Okay.
Which is like over a month away. So I don't that's the only thing
Right?
in my head. So that might be the start, and maybe I'll just kind of take a chill until then. But in the meantime, I think soon I'll be making a lot of content, like a lot of different content for me. I'm thinking about doing like vlogs. I'm thinking about doing, I'll have some magic mail, some belated birthday stuff. I'm going to do a lot of comedy, a lot of TikTok challenges, and
Okay.
introduce like my husband and friends and different stuff like that. I'm gonna try to switch my channel up to where it's not really just like the Disney stuff you see. I'm gonna try to make it to where it's like comedy, relatable, and bring in more of my personal life kind of vibe. That's what I'm gonna do.
That sounds awesome.
Jesse, I know he's on hiatus, but I want to invite him to our villain swap next year. That's my opinion.
You mean our Get Creative swap?
Yeah, the villains box swap. Are we doing
No,
another one? Well, if we do another one, I want to invite Nick to that.
Okay, well, I will figure that out. Okay. Let's see. What do I have coming up? Okay.
Agreed, villains.
I have video coming out next Monday, and then on the 24th, I'm going to be live on Magical Makeup with Christy on Christy's Corner. We're doing Harry Potter themed makeup for Harry Potter's birthday, even though that's not until the end of the month. We were going to do it on the 29th, but that's her son's birthday. Then the week after that, I have a video coming out on a Wednesday. And then I have, of course, the Happy Birthday Harry Potter video coming out on the 31st. Can't wait for everybody to see my movie. I did it with my older nephew, and it's hilarious. And then next week we have Tiffany here. Tiffany is going to be joining us, and we're going to do Descendants. And I'm really excited about that one because I'm addicted to Descendants, which I blame on my niece. So that is what is
soon.
Up for me.
And then soon on the lineup, we'll have Selena again. We're for Captain Marvel, and then we'll have.
That's going to be the second week of August. So, and then we are doing a Cinderella special as soon as I can figure out all that. That'll probably be the last week of August.
Is that Carolyn? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Did we ever find out what Birdwell is?
No, I forgot to message her.
Okay.
I'll message her later.
Look at what Broadway Disney said. That's with Does He Get It? No. What is the channel? I almost said the wrong channel.
Rolling to Orlando is going to be joining us for Freaky Friday, the original Freaky Friday. So I'm super excited about that one.
Love them.
All right. So I guess that is it for this week. Nick, want to thank you for joining us during your hiatus.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank
Was
you guys.
fun.
The pleasure
I loved
was
it.
mine. It was all mine. You guys are both fantastic. I enjoyed being decoration to your lives.
We
Well,
love
we
having
enjoyed having
guests.
you. Yes, that is our favorite thing on this show is
more
to have
fun.
guests. It is.
So if you have any to recommend, message Jesse, Nick.
Yes, message me on Instagram. Anybody, if you have a movie to recommend. And
even Broadway Disney fan would be fun, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is
now
it
he's
for
all
tonight.
up in the YouTube game.
Yeah, I know. He just did my YouTube was still up. I would link it.
Oh my god!
Another Potter Loot video.
While he's here, hold up. While he's here, he sent me magic mail. So I got your card, David, and I appreciate it. I also got your on theme with why we're here, Jasmine Funko. I thank you for that too.
Oh my god,
and,
is that one of the new ones?
Yeah.
What's the last thing?
And your pin of Hercules, my husband, is
oh my god,
amazing, and I like geeked out whenever I got it, and I freaked out. I'm such a YouTuber. I'm like, look. But yeah, so you're fantastic, David. I was gonna message you, but this is so convenient, so I hope you're still here. Thank you.
So yes, David, message Jesse because I'd love to have you on a show because you're you're a Broadway fan, so maybe you could tell us what the version, if you've seen a Disney movie that's on Broadway compared to the live action. I think that'd be amazing.
Rent.
Did you say Rent?
Rent.
That's not Disney.
Look what Villain's Princess said.
What? Rent's not what?
Rent isn't Disney.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like a Broadway show. Sorry. Okay, I thought you were talking like Broadway.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi,
Just
Katrina.
getting ready to sign off.
As we're signing up. Hi, Katrina. Love you.
Thank you for dropping in, girl.
Thanks for coming, Katrina.
We definitely appreciate it. All right. So, if you guys watch on the replay, drop us a comment below and let us know what you thought. And if you have a movie recommendation, drop it below. And we will see you guys next time. Yes, please. Show us some love. Smash that like button. Bye, y'all.